Alright, what's going on, guys? Quick game here that I played with my father yesterday. He was in the 257 and I was in the T49. This is on Pilsen, okay, and it's a great example of a game that could really just go to utter crap, but still somehow you manage to pull out a win, and that's why I wanted to show it. Like my performance wasn't even that good in this game, but just kind of the where I positioned myself helped us to win this game. So okay, so we're on Pilsen. I'm obviously going to go right. We can zoom ahead a little bit here, and obviously my dad's going left. He's in a heavy. He's going to go brawl out on the west side. So for starters, guys, I always load one of these because I know that chances are very likely that like an EBR is going to whip around the corner, right? And I want the high pen, and I want the more splash damage. And we get sort of lucky here. I'm able to catch this EBR 90 in the back and basically light him up and get some assist damage, and we knock him out right away. Okay? I mean, very, very solid, start. But this is where, it tends to go either really good for me or really bad. Because once you get into this kind of position, you can't really expose yourself that much here, because you got all these TDs that like to sit up here, and you also have people that are spotting you from the back over here. So if you run over this way, you're going to get annihilated from the people back here, and if you expose yourself too much here, you're going to get annihilated from here. And that's me poking on a patent, which was a big mistake. So we're going to kind of zoom through this a little bit, guys, because there's nothing really exciting going on here. And as you can see, my dad stayed over here in the mid, which was actually a good decision, being that he did get a couple of shots on these people over here. And we were a little outnumbered over here. We have two heavies that are sitting over here, and we have like two mediums that are brawling, 3, 4 mediums, something like that over here on the west side of the map. So this is definitely an interesting game, but it seems to be going okay. To get a slow start, but as you can see there, I take a shot from the Leo over there, and that's what I mean. You really have to be very careful being over here. I like to try and zoom through here on occasion, but these guys pushed up so quickly I wasn't even able to do that. So I was kind of just like dead in the water over here, and there was really nothing I could do. You can't get up high enough to take shots at these guys. So depression isn't even a thing anyway, and we end up just kind of like sitting here. And I thought we were going to lose this game, but it is 3-1. So now this is when I start getting a little daring, and I'm trying to at least spot something over here. Missed shot at the patent there. The bloom on the T49 is just absolutely ridiculous, guys. So I do get a shot on him here for 369, and that was a good shot. Right, that's a good amount of damage to hit a patent for in like the front of the tank. So, and now what I want to do is just kind of explain my thought process here, guys. So I could see now that like we're pretty much outnumbered here still. I mean, we have a Scorpion back here. There's technically 4 of us, but I know that there's at least like one other TD back here. So I don't say we're outnumbered, but it's pretty even over here, right? But what I started to notice was there's a lot of guys over here. So it's 4-4. I'm basically just counting out what I have here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 tanks over here, and that leaves like 4 over here. And we got basically, like an even play over here. But the way I see this going is I feel like I can get myself into a position where I might be able to get like a shot on someone's, rear over here. So you always got to be paying attention to that in the T49, because you can obliterate someone for like 1,000 damage if you get in a good position, right? And I should have thought about this more, but when I actually do the maths now again, we see that actually there will only be 3 tanks over here. So I honestly think it might have been a better decision to try and push this side now that I'm going back and thinking about it. But once you make one play, guys, and that's why I said I didn't really do that great in this game to begin with, but once you make a play, you kind of have to stick with it. You can't be on 2 sides of the map at once, obviously. So I whip over here, and I'm going to try and help my dad and help these guys over here push around and try and flank these guys, because half of them are pointing at this T26 E4 and the 5 over here, and the other half of them are trying to, poke on us here, and you just be careful of this SU-101 in the back here. But I think definitely a better move would have been to run around this way. You know, I really just didn't, you know, I made a kind of a bad decision there. And as you can see here, you know, I have no idea what happened here. I don't know if it was the lag or something, but it's like my reticle doesn't even register that there's a tank coming up here. And I shoot him, and it just like completely misses. So that was pretty frustrating, guys. But I mean, it happens, you know. So I wasn't able to get a shot in there, but I am able to assist in cleaning this guy up, and this is what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to just overwhelm these guys. We get a shot on him there, and the guy behind me gets a shot on him, and he's dead. So that's good. That puts us in a good position. And if you notice, now we're pushing up here, and my pop is in the middle here. And the way this kind of goes, I'm now trying to get out of here, because I actually don't want to push over that way because the SU-101 is over there. And what I want to try and do now is get in a position where we can, you know, flank these guys. So I wanted to come around from the other side. Now, this Scorpion and M46 Patton actually push over here, so we don't know how this could have went, guys. If I pushed, I could have died. You know, the Scorpion wasn't technically spotted, so you never know. One shot from a Scorpion could be like upwards of like 400 damage. I could have been dead, you know. So I do see that I have a shot at this Scorpion and just missed it. And that was just, you know, guys, when you take a shot at one of these tanks, you're expecting to hit them for like 1,000 damage, and when you miss, it is the most frustrating thing ever. So anyway, we'll zoom ahead a little bit more here. As you can see, I'm trying to play it safe, so I run around a little bit here, and then I get over here to a position where I can flank this Type 4. However, by this time now, all these guys have now died. This T-34 comes back, and my dad is up trying to spot this SU-101 because I want to know where this SU-101 is. If he moves even a little bit, like if he comes over this way, that's a problem for me, right? Like I want to make sure that he's still there, which in fact, you know, he is, and I didn't think he was going to move. But it's actually good. It's a good play on my dad's part to go over here. It's not a play that I probably would have made, but it's actually a good play on his part to spot this SU-101, and you'll see kind of how this works out later. The T-34-3 is able to clean up this Type 4, but even if he couldn't, I would have had a shot on him here. And that's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm just trying to get myself, with my mobility, in a position where, you know, I can flank people and get a shot on them without them expecting it, or they're just overwhelmed and they're taking shots from two people from two different directions, obviously. So I don't want to play any games with this Patton. You know, we already took a shot from him earlier. I'm just kind of trying to see what he's doing here. I'm playing around with him, and I make my move once I know he's hidden. Now my plan here, guys, was I was actually thinking that the Scorpion was going to be over here, and I made an error on this part because I was thinking that the Scorpion was going to try and push and cap. He doesn't. And I come running out here, and I was going to try and overwhelm this SU-101 with my dad, and I'm about ready to come up the hill when I spot the Scorpion coming over here. And this is where this game gets really interesting, guys. So I see him, and I see that the SU-101 is deep on the hill, so I know that he more than likely won't have a shot on me if I come around. So I come around because I don't want this Scorpion to overwhelm us. You know, this is just a game of like trying to get it like a 2v1 situation, right? Now, here's where this gets really, really crazy, guys. All right, I take a shot on this Scorpion G. I probably hit his gun and don't even do any damage to him. Now, talk about, you know, frustrating. Okay, this, I have never seen this before. You know, anytime I've taken a shot at a Scorpion or similar armored vehicle, this has never happened to me, ever. All right. Now, I eat a shot, okay, from him into my track, right? And I feel like this is just karma or something, right? I whip around, and now I'm pretty sure I'm dead, right? Like my reload, I haven't reloaded yet. I know it's glitched, so it's not showing on the screen right now. I take another shot in the track from him, and I eat another shell, guys. I mean, this is just like the craziest thing ever, right? And I want to call myself lucky. We clean him up. I want to call myself lucky, but honestly, he was lucky by bouncing a shot from, you know, a freaking derp cannon on his gun, first off. So honestly there, I feel like I would just consider that like, it's just so weird, guys, right? Like, I guess you could say if I killed him with the first shot, and then I wouldn't have had to bounce those 2 shots. But I feel like I was literally just like the game balancing itself out. It was the weirdest thing. I eat 2 shells from him, but he also eats a shell from me, an HE shell with a scorpion. Like, what the hell, right? So anyway, moving on. You know, I just thought that was crazy. My dad's able to clean up that SU over there, and he takes a shot from the patent. Now this is where I get lucky, because I make another error here, and like I said, I really played a crappy game here, guys. I could have done a lot better, and my dad did really well to clean up that SU-101. And again, not the play I would have made, but it's really good that he put himself in that position to be able to clean up the 101, so now we have another 2v1 situation here. And this is where this game just had my adrenaline going. You know, I mean, I was so excited, because, you know, when it's like a 2-on-1 situation with my dad, I mean, this is a fun game, right? So I'm able to get a shot into like the back side of the patent. I was hoping to hit him for more than that, but I hit him for 243, so hey, you know. And, you know, we're able to basically close this game out. But where I make a mistake here is I come back this way thinking that this patent is probably just going to try and poke, but he comes shooting around this corner, and I did not expect this at all, guys. I eat another shell into my track. I mean, I couldn't believe this, guys. I could not believe it. I was like laughing. And I'm able to get a shot at him for 367, and really wanted to close that game out there, but this is where we end up getting this guy with a 2v1, and I move myself around this corner so that my dad is coming around the back, so we're basically forcing him to now choose one of us. We're both 1 shots from this guy pretty much, but given that it's a 2v1 now and he's a 1 shot, I like to put myself in a spot where it's like we're on complete opposite sides of one another. So I kind of poke around the corner here a little bit. I'm just trying to get his attention, and my dad comes around the back. Boom, game over, guys. So really, really exciting game. But it's a great example of just showing you like how every game is different and how you have to like adapt to how the game is going. I thought this scorpion was going to come around the corner over here. He pops up over here, and immediately, like, yeah, guys, I got to make a decision. Okay, let me go after the scorpion, right? Because you have to like think about how the situation is going to go. You know, if I didn't go after that scorpion and I went instead and got the SU-101, we would have been good, but I probably would have taken a shot from the scorpion, and my dad could have even taken a shot from the scorpion, and then we both probably would have been dead, you know, by the time we try to attack that patent. So you just have to, you know, work the problems, basically, right? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. I'm going to show you the stats because I got the YouTube video up right here, and you know, I was streaming this at the time. So basically, we got like 4,700 experience from this, and we ended up doing like 2,500 damage. My dad has 3 kills, 1,800 damage, and together, guys, I think we did an excellent job there. I don't think I played the best game, but the 2 of us together, I think that was a pretty solid win. So there you have it, guys. Good game on Pilsen, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.